Have you ever felt trapped in a whirlwind of thoughts? That incessant flow of worries, analyses, and regrets that seems to steal your peace? Overthinking is like a silent thief. It invades your mind, creates chaos, and makes it impossible to experience tranquility. But there is a way to escape this cycle. Today, we will explore 7 Buddhist teachings that Master Shi Heng Yi uses to attain inner peace. These teachings not only help overcome the habit of overthinking, but also open the doors to a calmer and fuller life. Get ready to embark on a journey that is not just about learning, but about transformation. By the end of this video, you will not only understand what it means to live in peace, but also feel that you are on the path to achieving it. 1. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. Live in the present moment. How many times have you revisited a past mistake, wishing you could change it? Or how many times have you spent hours imagining future scenarios, fearing what might go wrong? These are common traps, but there is a simple and powerful truth that can set you free. The past is gone, and the future has not arrived. All you truly have is the present moment. The Buddha said, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." This teaching reminds us that life happens now. When we release the weight of past regrets and future anxieties, we find a clarity and peace that only the present can offer. Imagine a monk crossing a river. He walks calmly, step by step, confident that each movement is enough. His disciple, however, hesitates, fearing the strength of the current. The monk looks at him and says, "The current will always flow, but we will only cross the river if we are fully present." Just like that disciple, we can learn to trust the present. It is here that life truly happens. 2. Thoughts are like clouds. Let them pass without attachment. Often we feel as if we are drowning in our own thoughts. They come in storms, dense and disturbing. But the Buddha taught that our thoughts are like clouds in the sky, passing and impermanent. He said, "With our thoughts, we create the world." This phrase teaches us that we do not need to cling to every thought that arises. Just as we do not try to hold on to the clouds in the sky, we can observe our thoughts without letting them dominate us. Imagine yourself sitting by a river. Leaves gently float by with the current. You don't try to catch each leaf, you simply observe them as they pass. This is the practice we need to apply to our minds. By letting thoughts flow without attachment, we find a lightness that once seemed impossible. 3. Overthinking creates suffering. Free yourself from what you cannot control. Suffering, the Buddha taught, does not come from the events themselves, but from how we react to them. Overthinking traps us in a cycle of trying to control the uncontrollable, which only increases our pain. The Buddha said, "Suffering is not caused by the events of life, but by our reaction to them." This wisdom invites us to examine our worries. Are we trying to control something we cannot? If the answer is yes, it is time to let go. There is a story told by Thich Nhat Hanh about a person trying to push a giant stone up a mountain. They complained, sweated, and spent all their energy, but the stone didn't move. He asked, "Why do you insist on pushing something that cannot be moved?" Sometimes letting go is not weakness, but a form of wisdom. By releasing what we cannot change, we find space to breathe and live fully. Practice mindfulness. Anchor yourself in your breath to calm your mind. Mindfulness is one of the greatest gifts of Buddhist teachings. It is the practice of being fully present, aware of your thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. And the simplest way to begin is through your breath. The Buddha said, "When the mind is calm, the breath is also calm." This teaching reflects the deep connection between the mind and the breath. By bringing your attention to your breath, inhaling deeply, holding for a moment, and exhaling slowly, you create an internal space of tranquility. Think of your breath as an anchor that keeps you grounded, even when the sea of thoughts is turbulent. With practice, you will discover that you can return to this state of calm whenever you need. Einde. Simplicity is freedom. Stop complicating life with unnecessary worries. We live in a world where everything seems complex. But the truth is, much of our stress comes from complications we create for ourselves. Buddhist philosophy invites us to embrace simplicity, both in our thoughts and actions. The Buddha said, "There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path." This reminds us that happiness isn't something we need to reach, but something we can find in the simplicity of the present moment. Zen monks live by the principle of shibumi, the beauty of simplicity. They know that by reducing excess, whether in the environment or the mind, they can find depth and meaning. When you simplify, the weight of life lessens and space for peace grows. 6. Trust in impermanence. Nothing lasts forever, not even your struggles. Lastly, the Buddha taught us about the impermanent nature of all things. Everything in life, from joys to challenges, is in constant change. Knowing this can bring comfort when we face overwhelming thoughts. He said, "All conditioned things are impermanent. Strive diligently." This means that, while the present moment is important, it is also temporary. Your worries and fears will not last forever. When you accept that everything is in flux, you can let go of the fear of being stuck. Just like the seasons change, so too will your thoughts and emotions. Trust in this impermanence and find peace in the certainty that things are always evolving. 7. Cultivate detachment. Free yourself from the weight of thoughts and desires. One of the core principles of Buddhism is detachment, not as a renunciation of the world, but as an invitation to live lighter, free from the chains of excessive attachment. When we cling to thoughts, desires, or fears, we end up trapped in a cycle of anxiety and dissatisfaction. Detachment teaches us that true peace comes from not depending on external things to feel complete. The Buddha said, "The root of suffering is attachment." This teaching invites us to reflect on what we are holding on to so tightly. Is it worries about being perfect, the endless search for acceptance, or the desire to control the uncontrollable? Detachment is the key to breaking these chains. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The harder you try to squeeze, the faster the sand slips through your fingers. Letting go, in this case, doesn't mean losing, but allowing things to follow their natural course. This practice gives us the freedom to appreciate the present moment without the pressure of trying to control or shape it. By practicing detachment, we learn to be kinder to ourselves. We allow thoughts to come and go without holding on to them as absolute truths. We find space to breathe, to live, and to experience the peace we've been seeking. Incorporating detachment into this text not only enriches the message, but also offers an essential insight. Often, the relief we seek doesn't come from solving everything, but from simply letting go of what we don't need to carry. Now that you know these 7 powerful lessons, the choice is yours. You can start today, not tomorrow, not later, to live with more awareness and tranquility. Take a deep breath. Let go of what you don't need to carry. Allow yourself to find beauty and simplicity and peace in the present moment. If this video resonated with you, share this wisdom. After all, everyone deserves a chance to experience the clarity and tranquility you now possess. Remember, the journey to peace begins within you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.